Alrighty fellas, I got radioactive pulled up out of the shop. Got it parked over there. And I got Frankenstein in the shop right now because I want to try to come up with a way to put some Heim joints on it, stabilize the front end. So this is what I've come up with so far. It's kind of janky, but I think it'll work. Just don't know if it's strong enough or not. That's what I've welded together. 2 3/4 inch Heim joints with 1 inch DOM. And I got these heavy duty thick brackets right here, 1/4 inch brackets that I got 3/4 inch holes drilled through. And gonna be using these big bad boys with lock nuts. And I made 2 holes so I can adjust them if I want to adjust them. And I'm gonna weld one on here and then one on the back side, and do the same with the bottom underneath on the front end. And I have this up under there like that, and have it come right up over here. So that's the plan, and I'm going to do that on both sides for the front, and then stiffen up some welds, reinforce some stuff, and work on the exhaust on this thing. Try to get the driver's side exhaust fixed since it got crushed by the dry shaft. See, my welds broke on the front end, and I got them re-welded, and this had come up and smashed the exhaust and crushed it. So if I can get the front end stabilized so it doesn't tip up, then I can still run the exhaust where it is, just replace that piece of pipe. So I'm just gonna have to see, what happens here. Hey, yeah, I got some ugly welds. I am not a professional welder, and when I made that dry shaft, I was doing it with a regular 110 MIG welder that was gasless with flux core, and I had no clue what I was doing. So that dry shaft is going to get remade, and I'm going to grind all that off and fix that, just so you know. That ain't going to stay that way. And I'm going to refix the back one too, make sure they're straight. Yeah, I got some stuff to do on this, but I want to have it done this weekend, so it'll be done within a couple of days, because I got a little trail date planned on Monday. Today is Saturday. So I got to get this finished. Right now it's 101 degrees out and super dry. You can't be in the sun because the sun immediately starts stinging your skin. Yeah, the weather here is rough. If it ain't freezing, come winter, and then even in the spring at nights freezes, and then come summertime you bake to death. No in between. That's Nevada weather for you. Alrighty, y'all, catch you later. Alright, I'll show you what I got done here on Frankenstein. These are done on both sides, these Heim joints I made. And yeah, it ain't pretty, welds ain't good. I can go on and on. But before I even think about trying to make this truck pretty again, I gotta go ahead and make sure it works. And so far it hasn't. So, round to the other side. Alright, I got the new carburetor ordered for radioactive as well, and that's coming in. 600 CFM, can't remember, Edelbrock or something. Yeah, 1405. I think we're good. I just got to let it sit here, let the spray paint dry that I hit the welds with, and take it out for a test drive and see if I break down or break the front end again or not. That's the whole reason I put the Heim joints on there, is trying to keep from breaking the welds on the front end and hold it more steady. So here we go. Alrighty fellas, about to go for our first quick test drive in Frankenstein. Power steering's still a little stiff, but better than what it was by a million. As long as none of the welds break, I'm definitely going to call this a win. So we'll check the welds as soon as I park this thing after we get out of this backfield. Oh, sorry about that. Probably gonna happen again here, I'm sure. Like when we go up this hill. Try and hold the camera steady here. Yeah, no problem there at all. So I'll park this, check the welds, see how everything held up, and if everything held up, then we're good. Four-wheel drive's working just like it's supposed to, so and the temperature's at 180, staying nice and cool actually. Alright. Well, that's there. That's there. No broken welds there. Everything looks pretty good. Let's go around to the other side and check those. All seem to be there. None broke. The only thing I noticed is that both of these bars have a little bend in them now. They're both got a little bend right here like this, and same on the other side. It's 1-inch DOM, so I'm not surprised, and it's pretty long. So I guess some bend is going to happen regardless. But see, seems like everything's working good. The four-wheel drive's working good. My welds didn't break. The dry shaft didn't hit the what the heck is it called? The muffler or exhaust pipe. So the bars must be holding the front end down like it's supposed to, even though they put a little bend. This one's got a little bend right here. Yeah, I probably should have went with like 2-inch DOM or a thicker wall or something like that for this length. But this was really expensive as it was. $50 for each one of these little bars. Man, Frankenstein seems like it's going pretty good. Now, the joiner over here, the 4-joiner, I got a new carburetor in the mail for it and a breather for it since I haven't had a breather. I already fired it up and ran it and started putting water in it, but freeze plug is blowing out on the back of the engine between the transmission bell housing and the engine block. So I got to pull the motor and replace the freeze plug. It's probably just rusted out. That looks pretty well rusted, even this one does. So yeah, we'll get some work done on this too. And I got the new carburetor coming in the mail for radioactive, and we'll have that pretty soon here too. All right guys, that's all I got for you for right now.